Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I know that's so weird. Okay. Hey, I'm Jacqueline, and you can find me at Kemick Art on Instagram or Facebook. I was just popping in with a quick video to say hello, especially to all my friends I moved away from in Atlanta. I miss you and I love you. And I just moved to Georgia, from Georgia to Dallas, Texas right before quarantine. So I have been living it up in Texas in my four little walls. I do work retail during the day, but I've been working on my artwork, you know, and trying to figure out what I want to do. I took a break from sharing on social media different art things while I was deciding how I wanted to handle the whole mess of 2020 and what I wanted to say and how I could say it respectfully and, you know, be supportive but tie action with that support. So I decided the best way to do that was to create a piece of art, to create merchandise from that, and then to donate the proceeds. So I created a piece of artwork for an enamel pin, and I'm going to show you the process, or at least the sketches that I have. I actually just got the enamel pin in the mail, I believe, unless it's a box that I don't think it is, but I just got it in the mail. I'm going to open it on camera. We'll see how it looks. Hopefully they look beautiful. I'm going to create a little packaging for them, and then I still have some tweaks on like making the website up and running. But all of the proceeds from this item are going to go to the Equal Justice Initiative, so that anything aside from the front costs of making it, anything that would be considered profit, is all going to be donated for this item. Anyway, I love watching studio vlogs, art vlogs, things like that, so I figured it might be kind of fun to make one myself. It is my birthday weekend tomorrow. From filming this right this second, tomorrow is my actual birthday, so I thought it would be a fun little birthday weekend project to make a little studio vlog and show you the way I made my merchandise. Let's take a look at what the image is and what the process was, and then we'll open the box and see how they look. Yes. Okay, so originally I just did some sketches to see what would work. Again, I wanted to make something that I liked and would want to wear. And I know I really like the Allies Not Assholes tag, and I still may use that somehow, but those were some of the first designs. And then you can kind of see here is where the actual design is. And then I like this little bat one with the moon too. There's a pumpkin one. There's one down here with a kitty that I might eventually do. That's very cute. But I mean, I really just kind of like poked around and saw what worked and what didn't. And then with this one, again, these are just doodles. I just took a picture of it and blew it up in Photoshop, and then it turned into this design at first. I was thinking I was going to do very cartoony, but that almost looked like bubble, kind of like sausage fingers, so I decided to take a reference photo of my own hand and kind of use that instead, and then that turned into this. So we went from this to this, and I feel a lot better about it. It's definitely more anatomically correct. So we've got the crescent moon, the floral here, the star, and the cool fist, and then it kind of went into colors. So here I have a bunch of different colors. I was just trying to see what I could do if I wanted to do all metallic or if I wanted to do something in a color. I think this guy up here, one of these two was my first attempts. I think this guy probably was. And I like the idea of some kind of like blue hues on the floral just because of the moonlight. But then also, you know, I always love blue, pink, and purple, you know, whatever. And but I really kind of wanted to continue. I mean, obviously it's a Black Lives Matter movement, so I liked the black fist, and I just, the more I looked at these, the more I'm like, you know what though, I wouldn't wear one of those probably. So I like very simple, clean things with minimal colors to them so that I can wear them with whatever I want. And then that's what kind of turned into this, where I had just the copper, and this is actually what I ended up sending into my pin manufacturer. Alright, so, ta-da! Let's take a look. It's definitely been through it. Alright, right, made in China. We know there's no pin manufacturers around in the US. I looked, I tried. Everything kind of was made overseas. Oh, hooray! Let's see them. Oh, you can already see through. Oh, they look great. Can we see the shine? Okay, let me pull one out. Oh, got the proof on the outside. Oh, whoa! Jumping Jehoshaphat. So we've got our little Black Lives Matter fist. Let's see if we can get a focus on it. Oh, with a little star. And the crescent moon in copper with black heart enamel. Oh, I'm very happy. This is what I sent my pin manufacturer, and this is what they sent back to me as a proof. So it had the lines on it. It was obviously very red in color, and I knew that I was going to be getting copper. I don't know why they changed it to that, but it did not show up orangey in the copper, so I'm very happy about that too. I was like, whew, wait, phew. And then I did actually get the stamp of Kemick art on the back, just because, I mean, this is my first product. I do kind of like, well, let me see, can I focus? Kind of like the idea of having my name on there. So I'm just going to take a moment to express how much I love this color from the Daniel Smith watercolors. It's called Moon Glow, and not only is it probably my favorite kind of beautifully mildly desaturated but granulating purple, but it's just so smooth, and I don't have my paper tape down, so you notice that it's kind of moving around a little bit as I'm working. But I have to say, every time I have an opportunity to pull out this paint, I do. Even though you'll notice later on, I don't end up using purple as the color that I use for the backing card. It still was my favorite thing to play with to get the kind of background effect that I wanted for the backing card eventually. As for actually creating the backing card, it's definitely the first product I've ever made, and I feel like I do have a lot of room for improvement. I've already got some ideas for what I would do differently next time. I do, however, still take pride in getting something done and made and trying to make it as authentically me as possible by using watercolor swatches that I create, handwriting font that I created of my own handwriting, all these different elements that are just like, no, this is the same thing it would have been if I just made one individually in my room. However, that being said, again, I think I could improve the graphics. I think I could improve, honestly, just my overall Photoshop skills. I'm very new to any kind of digital format. I've poked around a little bit here and there, but even with Premiere Pro, with editing this video, this is the first time I've ever really done anything like this since high school video productions. So, pretty funny there. I did a couple mock-ups of different colors. Some worked, some didn't. And I think that I like how graphic this white one is. I really wanted something with a black background just because I felt like this would show up so well on it. But every time I tried to do a mock-up for it, honestly, this looks better and it reads the best. So I think that this is gonna be what we end up with. This was the little page of swatches for doing something, and even when I did it, the first one that I did was this one, and I knew that that was my favorite already. So I mean, these were, I don't even know why I did the other ones. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. 1, 2, done. And you can see I just tweaked it to black and white instead of the purple after feeling like the colors didn't necessarily serve it very well. But anyway, we're gonna send off for these. Very cool. I also just have them in here with a little bit of chipboard to keep it a little sturdier. I don't know that the cards are really going to be quite that thick, but I do think that they're going to look good. I'm excited. Cool. You got it? We're making wreaths today. Kitty immediately came up to help. Oh, don't eat it. We're gonna make it into a wreath. Don't eat it, please.
Initially, the house wasn't exactly overflowing with charm, but after a few years of a lot of hard work, it started to come to life.
Archimedes just sat down in the middle of my wreath. So I think that we'll start with the white one. But I think it's very funny that he's like, oh, are we doing this right now? Thank you so much for giving me a place to sit. So I'm just going to be making wreaths and watching spooky things on TV to get ready for Halloween. Here are the finished wreaths. I did one that was kind of more like dry and spooky, like witchy, and then one that was a little bit more lush, but both that goes with colors in my home. You'll also actually notice that both of them are indoors. I wanted to enjoy them myself, so one's on the door to my studio, which stays open, so it's kind of in my studio, and the other one's on the door to my restroom that's also in my studio and normally is closed. So I can kind of be at home, they won't get ruined, and I get to see them. And I got my Vistaprint order. I'm very excited. So I get to open this on camera. We'll see how they look. Let's see, what's this one? Ooh, these are business cards. Oh, look! My business card with my beautiful Dracula on there. And then on the side, just very simple, very basic. I didn't want anything too crazy. Oh, I'm excited about that. That looks great. Oh, backwards. Yeah. Awesome. Is this the same thing? Maybe it is. I got 500, yeah. Okay, so those two are the same. Business cards, check. I'm like, for real now. For real. Oh, this should be my pin backers. Oh, this is the back. Just a little, let's see. And then this is the front. Nothing too crazy, just something simple. And I used the font that is my handwriting that I created. I'm excited. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's good. Let me put those back. And then I got two other products from Vistaprint. Oh, yeah. So this is just a little Kemick art sticker to seal envelopes and different things like that. But yeah, it's got my little crow and my initials and then the @Kemick art. Maybe. Yeah, so there's one more item that I didn't have, and that's okay because it can be a surprise item anyway. And I feel good. Hooray! So I thought I would just pop in and share what I've been doing for the last few hours, a couple days actually, and it's scanning in some old paintings and actually cleaning them up, adjusting some levels, trying to get them to look the most like the actual painting itself so that I can reproduce it in prints. This one you can kind of see has a wobbly edge because I manually cut it to fit a frame that was not a perfect oval, so that's the template that it works in. But anyway, I just wanted to take a look. So see, here it just kind of looks pretty normal. I'm not sure how it's going to look on the camera, but when I zoom in, it's still looking okay, but you can kind of start to see some different things that might need a little cleanup. Like, look, okay, I'm gonna go real close and see, hopefully that picks up here. So this is a hair, like little fibers that this painting has been on my wall for quite a while. I did this in 2018. So it's picked up some dust. I don't know if that's from a cloth trying to wipe it off, but I couldn't see it. Like when I went to scan this, it looked fine. But when you really zoom in close, you're like, oh my God, look at this little guy, look at these little guys. So all I'm doing is cleaning this up digitally so that when it is reproduced in a print, it's not printing all of those little hairs, which honestly this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would have. I mean, I can understand a couple hairs here and there, but holy cow, it's almost like Archimedes, my cat, has laid on these or nested on them. So I'm just using the clone stamp, the clone tool, to pick up some of the paint and colors from another area of the painting that is closest to here and hope that it doesn't look too bad. The problem is if you overuse the clone stamp, it can become very, I don't know, smooshy. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it, but it almost like it becomes too smooth and you can really see the difference in textures from the original true painting and what you've cloned, because it's almost like over diffused. But I mean, come on, look at all these little tiny black hairs. Now I'm not going in and removing like every single speck that I see, because some of that is just like this right here is actually obviously a raised part of the canvas that maybe some of the paint rubbed off of, but you know, just want to do what I can to make it look nice. And I mean, if I see a hair like that, oh my God, yeah, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. You don't want to cover up something that was actually a part of the painting. Oh, and look at this. This got scraped. Oh, I can clean up this a little bit. It's obviously not supposed to be there. Anyway, I just thought I would share what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And once this is all cleaned up, I will put a smooth border around the edge and we'll be able to make some prints of this guy. Okay, I'm so excited. The last piece of the Vistaprint order came in. So this should be some little freebies that I'm gonna stuff in packages. A lot of the stuff that I ordered, it's like a test because I've never ordered these things before. I want to see what they look like. I want to see if my measurements are good. I want to see if people like them. But these Oh, you can't see yet. Oh no! Let's see. Get my eraser back out. These are just a bit of fun and a little bit of a thank you. Instead of having a thank you card that I know a lot of people do, and I might do in the future, I thought it would be cool to have a thank you product. So I made postcards. Oh, how fun! I got these little bat postcards, and then on the back I put my little ink drawing and just like a little chemicart.com, and please place stamp here. How cute. Oh no, I'm so happy. And these, right now they're going to be freebies. We'll see. There was a good deal on them, so I got 500. I'll be giving these out forever, or maybe they will eventually wind up as something that I'm selling, but for now we're going to give them out for free as little promotional thank yous. Instead of saying like thank you and about our business and this, that, and the other, I'm like, well, why not give something that people can actually use? So that's why I opted for postcards. Plus I have been loving receiving and sending postcards during quarantine, so may as well give back in that way. So I've got a little setup for pin grading. I'll just take out the pin from its little mini Ziploc, if I can. And then I will inspect it. Ooh, this one looks really good. This one doesn't even look like it needs buffed, but I do have a little magic eraser, a little thing of water, so that I can buff the pins, make sure there's nothing on them that shouldn't be, and then, oh, is that not, I suppose I should do this part first. Slide off the back. Buff it, and then let me see, where's my pin backing cards? So this one, you can see right about where the base of the thumb is, and then also on the star itself. There's some imperfections, and so it will be marked as a lower grade. Just as an example of what that means. Okay, we have all of our pins in their packages and sorted into grades. We've got A grades, B grades, and just a few C grades. I will say I was pretty surprised at the amount of B and C grades there were. I want to say there's really only about 58 grades out of 110 pins overall. And then, I mean, well, maybe it's a bit more than 50, but still, it just seemed like, okay, well, this doesn't seem that many more than the B grades. The B grades were between like 30 and 40, and then the C grades were between like 10 and 20. It felt like I probably won't be using this particular manufacturer again, but one of the reasons I was kind of okay with testing that out was just because this is a first-time product for me, but also is for charity. So the fact that there are some more B grades and C grades, all the proceeds are still going to charity. As long as I label them correctly for the buyers, I feel like you can still feel good about your purchase. And if you want to donate more than that, you know, we'll see. But we'll have them priced accordingly. The A grades will be the highest price point, B grades being the second price point, and C grades being the third price point. I will hold back a few of each just in case I need to have any replacement orders that go missing or damaged in shipment. Hopefully that won't be an issue, but I don't want to not have anything to replace a potential problem. So these are packaged and ready. I didn't have, because we had 110, I didn't have enough of the backing cards and plastic sleeves for those extra 10, so I just used on C grades some of these little paper envelopes. If you look at the edge of the crescent moon over here, it's just got a really noticeable mark on it, so that's why that one is a C grade. There are still marks on the B grade ones, otherwise they wouldn't be B grade, but I did have a couple that I felt like were just worse, and so, you know. Very satisfying to have a nice full bin of pins. So after we had gotten all of the pins graded and sorted, that next morning, actually, my sweet boy Archimedes passed away on October 3rd. And so, of course, my heart broke. And within an hour of coming home after that, my grandmother also passed away. So it was kind of crazy, kind of a crazy bad day. And I immediately took a leave of absence from work because I was able to go up to North Carolina, where my mother and my grandmother had been living together. She had been a caretaker for my grandmother who has dementia. And it's incredible to be able to spend the entire month of October up there with her. My brother was there for a few days, and then I just was able to stay and grieve and help my mom go through all of the different things that you have to go through when someone passes. Also, getting ready for a move, getting ready for an estate sale. It was intense. It was a lot, but I will be forever thankful that I was able to do that. So obviously my business did not open in October. Again, it has been pushed back, but I will be looking at mid-November, and this video actually won't even come out until until about then anyway, because this was all in process when this happened. But I am going to leave my current voiceover and everything here and just let clips of Archimedes play for a few minutes as it sees us out. So if you want to stick around for any of him, feel free. If you don't, I understand. You know, not for everyone. It's me just giving him some space. If I had video of my grandmother, I would include her as well, but I didn't have a camera around her. So anyway, love you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, you got George working?
Yeah, George is working.
Give me George working. Mommy know how to work George now. I know, Tibby, you've been a really weird. I know, I'm not to you like all week. I love you, dog. go, George. It's your birthday.
Archimedes just found his throne. So regal. Is there anything more elegant than a Ramada Inn? Little armchair.
Maybe just keep it very simple addition to the rest of it. It's hard to see, but it's there, I promise. Alright, so let's start.
So I put my treacle box down since I haven't opened it yet, and Archimedes plopped upon it in such a way, excuse me, in such a way that it seems like he wants to model for them. Look at this. I mean, the brand name is just perfectly encapsulated by his tiny paws. And he's just like, yeah, I'm the new spokescat. What do you want? You need some art supplies? This place is great. And they send cozy boxes. I did not put him there. I just put the box down. And he arranged himself in such a way that I really feel like I had I had to get a shot. Good boy.